Hey folks, and welcome back to Final Fantasy III, this one part 13, and you might notice we've got a thief in the party. This is a level 99 thief as well, but you will want a level 71 or above thief if you want to steal a really good item. Again, not necessary, but we'll explain that in a little more detail later on. But just to let you know that we do have a level 99 thief in the party. I will also explain how to quickly level up the job classes. But this is our next sort of secret or bonus area, side area. And this is to get ourselves a little summon. So we're just southeast of Saronia. Last video we did do the sunken cave. We got our butt walloped at one point. And yeah, we do have a few bestiary entries here, so I'll go search for them. Here we go, number one, the Kyklops. I'm so sorry, I just thought of that one. Well, I guess we'll see what we do. I think Ingus was on Soul Eater, and Ark will be on probably Bazaga or Fundava. Bazaga, there we go. Sorry about that. I do normally try to turn the auto battle off, but yeah. Before showing it on video, I mean. Yeah, so on this floor we've got the Kyklops, the Cenchos, the Boss Troll, and the Fachan, something like that, Fachan L. So we'll go to when we find those. Here we go, this is the Cenchos. See Daisy, I almost did it again. Okay, I feel like this guy will be weak to Thunder. I will say this is one of those areas, folks, where we will be heading back out before the boss, so don't worry about that. If you do want to use your high-end skills, you can always back out once you've got the treasure. Yeah, this guy can be pretty tough as well. But nothing to worry about too much. Okay, sweet. Right guys, so I've not found the boss troll or the Fachan on this floor. I figured we'd go to the next floor because we do have the Balor enemy as well as the boss troll and Fachan that can appear here. And I thought this would be better rather than leveling up too much because I don't want to be overpowered. And I feel that I am at risk of being over leveled if I continue just fighting. So we'll see whether you have better luck on this floor. And yeah, I certainly want to check out for the Balor enemy as well. Okay, excellent. So this is the boss troll and the Fachan. Let's see whether we can steal from it actually. Do a little Bazaga and our usual Soul Eater. Oh. Unlucky. But yeah, these enemies they can appear on floors 1 and 3 as well as 2 and 4, but yeah, I found them on floors 2. As I was saying, it's just taken a little too long for my liking on floor 1, and I feel like we're already a little over leveled. I mean, Luna's on 39, the rest of the party's on 38. So I don't want to make it like too much of a breeze. I feel like sometimes you do want a bit of a challenge, right? Excellent, here we go. So these are our Balors. Again, let's see whether we can steal anything. Do a little Fundava, a little Cura, why not? I was halfway, hey, total sound. Yeah, I was going to say Curaga, but Cura will do, right? Yeah, these guy's looking very gnarly. Is that the word I want? Well, either way. They seem happy, right? But yeah, this is the sort of last defeat enemies that we need to find in terms of random encounters. There's one other enemy that we can, well, two other enemies technically. There's the boss of this area, and there's a chest encounter, but that's a set encounter. As you onto the next floor. So first thing we want to do here is head to the right, go up these stairs, and yeah, to the left we can get ourselves a golem staff. And to the right we can get ourselves a rune belt for a geomancer and an Aegis shield, as well as an encounter. So let's go heal up after that. There we go. Okay. And yeah, let's shift onto the left hand side. And yeah, here we can grab ourselves a reflect mail, of course, and if we follow this path along and head all the way to the right, get ourselves a heavy lance, so that'll be good for your dragoons if you've got one. But with the thief, we'll be getting ourselves a better lance, so don't worry. Now in this room, if we head to the right, we get this little hidden passage, and this leads all the way to 4 chests, 4 with elixirs, and 4 with Phoenix Downs. Each of these chests are guarded, but we do need those Phoenix Downs to recover from all the ones we wasted. And we also meet our second encounter, the Ouroboros. So I will show off all of these just to give you guys a bit of an indication of what you're up against. So yeah, you can see gold needles off of them. Just do your usual attack, heal, that sort of thing. I should stress as well, you don't need to have the thief with you, but yeah, we'll explain why you want the thief in a little second. A little attack, there you go. Yeah. Thief does very good damage. I think because it's maxed out, it gets a best hit percentage in. Okay, yeah, I'll show off this fight and then we'll maybe edit out any future occurrences. Oh, if he keeps doing that. And yeah, all of these are elixirs. And this one, a final elixir. Not bad. Now down here you get your Phoenix Downs. As I say, we got our butt pretty walloped in the sunken cave, and we did have to waste a few Phoenix Downs. So yeah, this will make up for those that we utilised. Looking at you, Luna. And yeah, in these chests you always get the Cenchos enemy. Cenchos, this guy. Again, with a good physical attacker, should be able to deal with it. I think just leveled up, sweet. So yeah, I get these next 2 Phoenix Downs, and that's the one we're done. Okay, so just going to head to the left, and then up these stairs. Now this actually leads to the Saronia Catacombs, and we've got a boss fight here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, heal up, and I'll meet you back here. In the meantime, I'll explain why we got the level 99 thief, what we hope to achieve, because we've got some things to steal off this guy, namely the Gungnir lance, best lance for a dragoon in the game. So yeah, catch you in a sec. Okay, and welcome to Lessons in Thievery with your host Jeff Yard. Do get your pens and papers ready because there will be a test at the end of the video. Here's our thief, drawn expertly in Microsoft Paint. Very naughty in real life, but in game it's pretty handy because it can steal. Now, each enemy in the game has up to 4 tiers of items that you can steal from, and depending on the job level of a thief depends on what item tiers it can steal. So a thief at job level 1 through to 30 can only steal at item tiers 1. A thief at job level 31 to 70 can steal at item tiers 1 to 2. 71 to 98 can steal at item tiers 1 to 3, and job level 99 can steal from item tiers 1 to 4. The items we want to steal, of course, is the Gungnir lance. This is the only opportunity in the game to grab it, either from stealing it from Odin or from a rare drop. So to guarantee that we do get the Gungnir, we do want to steal it. So when a thief uses steal, the game checks at item tier 4. If that's unsuccessful, it goes down to tier 3. If that's unsuccessful, it goes down to tier 2. If that's unsuccessful, it goes down to tier 1. So getting that level 99 thief gives us the best opportunity to get the Gungnir because it performs a level 4 item tier check, and it performs the item tier level 3 check, and that both contains the Gungnir in Odin's case. So essentially, if we have a successful steal, we've got around about 50% chance of getting that Gungnir. Obviously, you can see the steal rates in the table, and it's not quite 50%, but you know what I mean. So that's where we stand. So here comes the exciting part. If this wasn't exciting enough, you need to level our job up to level 99 with a thief. You don't have to get to level 99. You can go for 71 to 98 if you want the Gungnir lance, but getting 99 gives us the best opportunity. So here we are, guys, in just outside the starting area, and we're going to show you how to level up the job classes. So leveling up job classes sort of improves their abilities, how much we can store if they're mage, how much magic they deal, etc, etc. Now, in order to level up jobs, it depends on the items, the actions you take in battle. So all we need to do is not damage this 6 times. So I'm just having the thief steal, the bards guard, and let's see how we get on. I'm just going to pop this onto auto, and we'll repeat that. So that's 1, that's 2, this is number 3. Next up is number 4. You can see where we're going with this, can't you? Next up is number 5. Last but not least, number 6. Now that should guarantee a thief job level up. So once he's done that, we're going to attack. It doesn't really matter who we attack with. Again, it only takes sort of 6 actions, but the reason I'm doing it after 7 is just so that I can guarantee it in case one of the others goes first before the guard. There we go, the job level's increased. At the moment, because the bards are level below level 15 or 14, they'll always increase after taking 5 actions. The reason I went for bards is literally just because I don't tend to use them, so I figured that wouldn't have too much of an impact into the main game. But I figured that it'd be neat to get the lancers on recording, so let's go for it. So at the moment, I believe our thief level is 41. Yes. So I'm going to do this until we get to job level 99. As you can see, our stats are a bit below par because we're in our job adjustment phase, but we'll soon get out of that. So I just thought that was quickly what I'll show you. We'll move back onto the Odin fight. Cheers. Right, and we're back. I hope you enjoyed that little explanation. So I have healed up. I've saved the game before coming back here, just so I can make sure we can try to get that Gungnir. That rhyme. One thing I did neglect to say is, first of all, when I reached level 99 with the Thief, I did get an achievement. That is the when I go up I want to be achievement. And I don't think I mentioned that you can only get one job level per battle maximum. So that's why you can't just do like 100 actions in one battle. You've got to do 5 or 6 and then beat the fight and then get your job level and rinse and repeat. Different job classes have different amounts you need to level by, so some might be up to 10 actions per battle. So yeah, just keep that in mind. We will be doing later on, you do have to, there's an achievement for getting all characters with all job classes level 99, so we'll go into more detail on that a little later. But for now, let's get into it, fighting Odin. Who dares disturb my peaceful slumber? I do. Yeah, this fight can be pretty tough. I would recommend certainly doing it at as long as you've got like over 1000 HP, because the Santetsu can deal up to 1k damage, so that's well worth you know, looking into grabbing. Otherwise, just use your spells, heal up, and yeah, hopefully we can get that lance first time. Awesome. And now that our next task is just not to die. So I did mention the reason to get level 99 is you effectively boost your chances of getting that Gungnir lance. If you do get the elixir, you might just want to restart and load up a save. Can get 2 attacks in per turn. I guess that's why solely it can be pretty risk reward. But now that we can attack with a Thief, you can deal a bit more damage. If you do fail to steal on the first attempt, again, just feel free to keep trying until you get it. It's just if you get the elixir, then you'll have to. You can only get 1 steal per battle. Pronounce my cheese. Bottle of water. So yeah. See, it's only in Refia a little bit there. This guy's 31,000 HP, so you know, got quite a lot we need to whittle down. I might actually at this point use Chiraga just to get Refia's health up a little bit. But yeah, the Thief's doing alright damage there, getting a lot of hits in. And yeah, the Gungnir is best lance for Dragoon, certainly. We'll maybe show it off a little bit. I don't actually want to use it in the game too much, at least not during the actual game, because I feel like it's unfair for people who maybe haven't bothered. And you know, for good reason. It's quite a bit of a time investment to get a level 99 Thief, so don't feel like you have to do this. It's a really good item, but not the end of the world. Oh dear. Well, of course, that's how you want your high HP. I think we just have to go for this, won't we? Sorry, Refia. Sorry, Ingus. Nice. At least you got those Phoenix downs right. Ugh, feel bad. But yeah, for doing that, always of like, my powers are now yours to command. Get the summon spell, Catastrophe, which allows us to summon Odin. One thing I should also mention at this point is that oh, we get fully healed anyway. That's good. Okay, let's swap to the Dragoon class again. Yeah, so when I swapped to Thief, actually, because it's level 99 Thief, there weren't any job adjustment phases, so that's pretty neat. Yeah, we'll show off a Gungnir a little bit. You can already see how much that attack's gone up by, right? And then I'll swap over to the heavy lance that we picked up a little later. Okay, so let's get out of it. Oh, you might notice actually, you can see those two chests from, yeah, this was the area we could see through the passageway. Okay folks, so we're outside of the cave, and we're going to head first of all to northwest Saronia, just to get turned in and heal up after trials and tribulations getting out of there. On the way out, we have gotten our Dragoon, we've gotten Luna adjusted back to a Dragoon. So the next area, I have actually purchased a few more magic keys, so we're up to 50 magic keys. That should be more than enough. The next area does require 7 magic keys or a thief as your lead in your party. And we're actually going to go to the Temple of Time. Now this is part of the main story now. We've done all the side quests for the time being. So all we want to do is go to the southern tip of the Saronia continent and dive down. There we go. Sorry, I was just saving a bit. So we do have quite a few enemies to look out for whilst we're here as well. So let's get to it. Here we get the King Lizard and King Seahorse. Yeah. As you might expect, they are weaker. I'll just use a standard thunder for now, and we can save from Dira's for when we need them. Yeah, on this floor we can find the Diras, the Chimera Mages, the Wyverns, King Seahorse, King Lizard. So just keep an eye out for them. In the meantime, I'm just marking these off my little list. But I think those King Seahorse and Lizards appear as a pair. Yeah, take the first left, and this is our first door that we need a key for. So there you go. As you can see, I've purchased 50 of them. You get them from Gasol Village on the floating continent. Just in case you were wondering. I also note that I've not unequipped the Gungnir lance, so we'll go to the heavy lance. I think it's our second best spear. But yeah, I feel like going for Gungnir wouldn't be fair for, yeah, as I say, anybody who's playing along or using this as a guide. Maybe perhaps aren't bothered about going for like perfect entirety, like complete with Bestiary, etc. So yeah, and go down in bases, sweet. Yeah, so in those two rooms here, use the keys, you can get the items. And we want to go down all the way to the left into a water. If you're playing the Jeff Yard drinking game, it's a shot every time I fail to pronounce my T's. Yeah, so before I go down, let's go to do my usual bestiary hunt. Here we go, here's one of them, the Chimera Mages. So get a Blizzard going. And a Soul Eater. Yeah, so the rest of the enemies that we want to look out for here are the Diras and the Wyverns. You do want to be careful with Chimera Mages. They are pretty tough, and you can get caught out in a back attack. I mean, there are some really tough enemies coming up as well. especially on the bottom floors. Okay, so this is our Wyvern. Again, I believe it should be weak to... You know what, have we used a Roga? Don't think we've got a boss to this dungeon, so let's go for it and show it off, eh? Oh, well, no, it's a fort that counts, right? And here we go, got the Dira, didn't take too long, so let's get to it. Again, I think it'll be weak to arrow, that sort of stuff, so sweet. Yeah, so the only floors you can find the Wyverns on are floors 1 and 2 of this place. Diras appear pretty frequently throughout the floors, and yeah, but for this floor we've got, for floors 1 and 2 we've got all the enemies that we can encounter. Let's go heal up and then let's head down. Chuck in a little cure then. Cure. Sweet. Keep everybody healthy. Yeah, let's moving on up. Just ignore those for now. Have ourselves with Defender. That's a pretty good piece of equipment for Ingus. I think that replaced the Blood Sword finally. Unfortunately as well. Just double check, but yeah. So no more Blood Sword, but that's okay. Anyway, down the stairs we go. So yeah, if you wanted on floor 2, you could find the rest of the enemies that you needed. The Dira, King Seahorse, King Lizard. Those King Lizards and Seahorse can be quite tough to find. Chimera Mage and Wyverns. On floors 3 and 4, you can encounter the Behemoth and the Dragons. I'll probably save those for floors 4, because I find that they can be pretty rare on this floor. So, again, sorry if I'm interrupting the flow of the game. I try my best to keep it, you know, smooth, but yeah, sometimes I'm sort of trying to read and speak and move at the same time, and yeah, my brain's not capable. But yeah, let's move on into this room as well, to the top left, and you can get a couple of items here, mainly the diamond gloves and the behemoth knife. So yeah, lots of neat equipment. Behemoth knife will be good for your thief, of course, and yeah, we're getting the diamond. Okay, here's a back attack. I'll show how far these can be pretty dangerous, actually. The lightning ability as well can take quite a lot of HP off. As you can see, Ingus isn't looking too good here. So now I'm wondering, if I use a high potion with Luna, hopefully we get the turns as we want, and we could really do, I think, with so I'm looking for rays here. Unlucky. Right, okay, so fingers crossed. At least Luna's healed up again. But we've left ourselves a little exposed here, so hopefully the Chimera Mages use physical attacks. Yeah, that is rough, isn't it? Okay. We'll just focus on getting rid of them, and we'll have to sort out Ingus next time. Fingers crossed. Okay, got rid of one of them. Actually, that might not be a bad idea if we can. Yeah, maybe we can get Ingus to get that experience. So you can see why this can be a bit of a tough fight, right? Especially if you get caught out like that. It's not too bad once you can get back on your feet, but okay, might even just use we'll go for a cure there, and we should be able to get rid of one of those Chimera Mages. And then, yeah, getting one of them left is manageable. Still harsh, but manageable. Okay, so let me do some guard in here. Actually, I don't really want to use my high potions on, especially if we sort of don't get Raffia to go first, but yeah. Okay, at least it's smart enough to use it on Luna. Fingers crossed we can get... Oh no. Okay. Let's get to that raise again. Only got one left, so again, ideally, perhaps you could use, I could use Phoenix Stars and heal straight away with a White Mage, but I think that's how we're gonna have to do it. It's a shame when you sort of get caught out like this, but hey, it happens. And I do think it's nice to show off these battles that do have a little bit more on the nose, a bit more frustrating as well, because it sort of gives you guys a bit of an insight into how to deal with these situations. Right? I mean, this has not gone well at all. But I don't know why exactly. Now, okay, we got through it. And Ingus gets his experience. Again, if you're not too fussed about Ingus getting his experience again, that might be... yeah, let's use some of these... Oh, it's going to take an age. There we go. We do have some pretty tough encounters coming up on these future floors as well. So a little bit gutted that I had to use the MP that we could have had for Kiraga. But, well. Okay, so on this floor, we can go behind a waterfall, of course. Always check behind the waterfalls. Okay, great. Here's the behemoth. Or maybe not great, because it's also a tough enemy, but... so, again, don't be afraid to use your high hitting skills. I'm not actually going to use the Soul Eater just because I do want my HP to be high. And yeah, on this floor, 4-4, I do want to bump into the behemoth as well as the dragon enemy. Lots of HP, very hard hitting, almost a boss in an enemy encounter actually. Luckily they're not too common, but yeah, just be on your toes, I suppose, is my advice. There we go. Fingers crossed we can get him this time. And And yeah, don't be afraid if it is taking a while to grab. Again, just keep yourself healed. Yeah, even that. I think that's why it's pretty handy, even if you're not going to complete the Sunken Cave or complete the Saronia Catacombs. It's always handy to visit them just to get that little bit more gil for equipment, for magic, and that little bit more experience as well. I mean, we're level 40, possibly 41 at the moment. Okay, nice, we've got a bit there. And yeah, don't be afraid to run away either. Okay. Anyway, down here, down deeper and down. Get 3 chests containing a blood lance. Here we get the protect ring. Here we get the Lamia harp. So harp is good for your bards. The blood lance, of course, going to use for Lunar. I think the trident's better than and of course 235 if we have the Gungnir on. So good. Yeah, we've got another golem stuff. So yeah, protect ring is very handy actually. It's good for defense for the white mage, but or whoever you equip it on. But even better, it reduces elemental damage by 50%. So the reason I put it on the white mage, of course, is because she of all party members is the one that I want to get defeated the most. Here we go, the dragon misses the other enemy that we wanted to bump into. Another pretty tough encounter. So these are our best skills. Again, I'm gonna try a rogue because I reckon that'll be strong against this dude. This is another enemy that can take a little while to whittle down. You can find it in the runes on floor 3, floor 4, of course, and yeah, the runes in floor 4 as well. But again, 2 hits per round can be pretty rough. So let's try a fun dagger. We'll stick to healing here, and it's good for the souls fighting dragons. Maybe. So we do have one more enemy that we need to find in this temple. That's specifically the pterodactyl. On the FAQ it states that it's only contained in the separate rooms on floor 4, so don't have to worry about finding it in this open area. So let's move down the steps. Yeah, so we've had some pretty tough encounters on this floor, and you'll be happy to know that's actually a back attack with a Chimera Mage and a Seahorse. So luckily it's only the one Chimera Mage, but it did use lightning straight away. I've not included it in the edit, or won't include it in the edit, but unless I get really lazy. Anyway, in this room you can grab the diamond shield, and this is where we can find the pterodactyls, so I'll cut to when we find them. Excellent, here we go with the pterodactyls. We are actually pretty struggling for magic as well at the moment, so I'm just going to use basic magics, but in particular our cures are down to 2 MP. So again, let's not play too riskily, but fortunately this is the only took us about 4 encounters, but again, when you're facing dragons here as well, can be pretty rough. Yeah, once you get the pterodactyls, you're all good to go. Don't be afraid, as always, to leave, save, heal up if you need to, and do this dungeon in chunks if you are going after a bestiary. But let us go and end this area. Okay. This is our final little room. And we'll use a little magic key. And here we get the Lute. Legendary lute sealed away within time begins to sound a quiet song that reaches deep within your heart. Wonderful. Awesome. So that's not bad at all. And yeah, we'll just make our way outside. Once we head outside, we are going to do a little side quest. So again, if you're not too interested in the side quest stuff, yeah, feel free to move on to the next part if you wish to do so. But if you are interested, feel free to stick about. It won't take too long. So yeah, I'll meet you outside the Temple of Time. Again, if you wish, teleport out, but I'll walk. Okay, it's quite fortunate that I only got about 3 encounters on the way back out, so that's good. No tough encounters either. Right, so our next destination, I'm actually going to head back to Doga's village, believe it or not. So let's head there. I'll say believe it or not. No, if you don't want to believe it, feel free not to. As I say, this is just going to be a little bit of a more of a side questy part, but with all the money that we've got, that we've obtained, I do want to just stock up on the level 7 magic spells as well. And they're not going to be particularly useful for us, but I figure we might as well get them now whilst we can afford it. Again, don't worry if you can't afford it, you can only sort of get a couple of spell uses per level, but particularly Kiraj and Asuna would be really groovy to have. Groovy, would be really good to have for later use at least. So let's go teach Quake, Faker, Drain. For Raphius, you'll have Kiraja, Suna, and Reflect. Not bad at all. And we also want to speak to our Moogle buddy. Hello. Thank you. So we actually get a letter from a 4 old men. Now, these, I believe, send you letters every time you do a little side quest over Sunken Cavern and Odin. Salutations, warriors. How are you, little squirts? We wanted to thank you again for helping us in the sewers, and we owe you one. Let us know if you need our help. Sweet. And also what a hero makes. Heroes and champions like us must stay in top shape, eating and sleeping while our paramount. Now drop what you're holding and go outside and exercise. Hey, I'm gone, buddy. But there's a few other letters we can grab with some other people. So let's get Raphiel up in front. Here we have Taka. Have I ever told you about the orichalcum, the legendary metal? Rumour says there's nothing an orichalcum weapon can't cut. And apologies if I'm mispronouncing that. And what's more important for our next little side quest is Ingus. He gets a letter from Sarah. My pendant broke today. No one in the castle was able to fix it. The pendant is very dear to me. Let me know if you meet someone who can help. Okay, well, I think we'll go help Sarah grab her pendant. So let's sort out our formation here. And what I'll do, guys, is I'll meet you on the floating continent. have I shown off going back to a floating continent? Either way, if you just fly to the southwest, and I'll meet you outside there. Alright, catch you in a bit. Here we are at the floating continent. Yeah, just fly into it, and here you go. I did actually fly all the way to where we needed to be, which is Castle Sassoon. And I was like, oh shoot, I've not even done any commentary or mentioned why I'm here. So yeah, here we go. We're at Castle Sassoon, and back against Sassoon. So let's go speak to a princess. And yeah, let's see what we can help her with her pendant. So this is sort of like the ultimate weapon side quest. It's sort of 3 mini quests, really. You've got the pendant, the orichalcum, and then the ultimate weapon. But I sort of see it as one large quest, but we're doing it in little chunks. Leave it to me, milady. I shall not rest until this pendant is whole once again. You can make me whole again. Thank you. I knew I could count on you. So yes, he's got this broken pendant, and our job is just to fix it. Please take care of my pendant. Will be. It's pretty neat that they've added this, actually. Again, the story to Final Fantasy 3 3D Remake. They do add little bits to it to sort of, you know, add a bit of, I guess, colour to it. It's nothing too outrageous, you know, the character. I think somebody described, might have been a YouTuber, or on one of these Final Fantasy 3 retrospectives, but saying that it added an extra dimension to the characters so that they're now one-dimensional or two-dimensional. But yeah, in the original Final Fantasy 3, they don't really have too much character to them. Back so soon. Is your journey done, or is there something I can do for you? Princess of Castle Sassoon gave us this pendant. It's broken. Can you fix it, father? Let me see now. The answer is no. But we did want to go to Taka. I have no idea what this is made of. I've never seen anything like it. Making mithril lamps is one thing, but this? No, sorry, I can't help you. Okay, I guess we'll find someone. Oh, sorry, my voice dropped. Okay, I guess we'll have to find someone else. Where is this somebody else? Well, there is a legendary smith. I think we've heard talk of a legendary smith, and yeah, this smith will be very important to us much later on. But for now, let's go pay her a visit, and she can be found in Saronia. So let's go head over there. Yeah, so the characters, sorry, I was saying, the characters in Final Fantasy 3 don't have much personality at all in the original, just sort of like 4 orphans. In this, they had a little bit of personality, but again, there's no like major backstory. Like, if you compare it to, say, F7, 8, 9, even 6, 4, yeah, 10, so... sorry, I was just naming all the Final Fantasy games. Okay, let's talk to this lady here. I am a smith, travelling the world in search of a legendary metal. You are the master smith, are you not? I have a favour to ask you. This pendant, can you fix it? It belongs to someone very dear to me. I'll do anything you ask if you can restore it to its previous state. I know the accents keep changing between scenes. I wouldn't do this normally, but I like the look in your eyes. Let me see this pendant of yours. Did you ever know I had my eyes on you? There, it's all fixed. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I do not have much, but what amount of gold will be sufficient for your work? Money does not interest me. There is one item, however, that I would like to ask you to find for me. What may that be? Have you ever heard of a Calcum? It's a metal of legend, fabled to have mystical properties. If you find any in your travels, then get back to me. Don't worry, I only want to try my hand at tempering it. Whatever I manage to craft a metal into is yours. What do you say? Oh, that sound, yeah. That sounds as good a deal as any. So, yeah, we'll be keeping an eye out for that other Calcum. In the meantime, let's go return the pendant to Sarah. So I'll meet you guys at Castle Sassoon. And here we are. So let's go give Sarah a pendant back. And we're all done with this portion. We're not going to be able to complete this side quest fully, the ultimate weapon side quest, until very, very late in the game. In fact, possibly even... No, I think we can do it before we beat the game, but yeah, it'll be a lot later. My pendant! You fixed it! If I may ask, what does that pendant mean to you? It is a keepsake. The pendant belonged to my mother. Thank you, Ingus, everyone. You can't imagine how much this means to me. Oh, you're welcome. And then if you speak to her again, she just says the same thing as always. As if she's forgotten we ever helped her. That's alright. Okay, so I think this is about all we're gonna do for this part. It's probably gonna be a bit of a longer part just because of all the enemies, all the stuff we got done. The next part will be considerably shorter, but yeah, we'll be meeting our new buddy Unei next part. So yeah, cheers everybody for watching as always. I'll do a cheeky little save here, and yeah, we'll catch you next time for part 14. Alright, catch you later. Bye.